Okay, I want you to forget everything you thought you knew about getting found online. Seriously, the game has changed. And I don't mean a little tweak here or there. I mean, it's been fundamentally rewritten from the ground up. The way your customers find information, the way they research products, it's all different now thanks to AI. And that right there, that really gets to the heart of it. The whole era of the 10 blue links on a Google page, it's over. As marketer Caleb Turner puts it, people are starting their journey inside a chat window now. Think about what that means. Your business isn't just competing on a search results page anymore. You're now competing to be the answer in a direct conversation. So, just how big of a shift are we talking about here? Well, this isn't some small tremor. This is a full-blown seismic event in the world of search. And honestly, it happened way faster than anyone could have predicted. I mean, just look at the unbelievable speed of this change. ChatGPT launches in late 2022. By the 2024 holidays, retail traffic from these Gen AI tools had already shot up 1,300%. A couple of months after that, it's up 2,200%. And get this, since September 2024, that traffic has literally doubled every 2 months. This isn't some future trend we need to prepare for. It is happening right now, under our feet. So what this all boils down to is this. You just can't afford to ignore AI search anymore. It's not an option. If an AI doesn't know you exist, then to a massive, and I mean massive and rapidly growing part of the market, you might as well be invisible. This is the new baseline for just being seen. But here's where it gets really, really exciting. This isn't just about swapping old traffic for new traffic. The reason we're calling this a gold rush is because this new wave of visitors, they're proving to be incredibly valuable. And you know who's driving this? The consumers themselves. A recent study found that a staggering 48% of people are enthusiastic about using AI in their shopping. Another 34% are totally open to its recommendations. You add that up, and that's over 80% of the market leaning in, ready for this. The demand is absolutely there. So what's the actual payoff for meeting that demand? Well, according to a study from Ahrefs, visitors who land on your site from an AI search convert at a rate, wait for it, 23 times higher than your standard organic search traffic. Let that sink in. 23 times. So you have to be asking, why? Why such a colossal difference? Well, it all boils down to intent. A traditional searcher, they're browsing, they're clicking a bunch of links, trying to find answers. But an AI search visitor, they've already done all that research inside the chat. They've asked their questions, they've compared their options, they've gotten their answers. By the time they click over to your site, they are totally pre-qualified and they are ready to act. Okay, so if you're like me, you're convinced. The opportunity is just massive. But how do you actually find the gold in this new landscape? Well, the answer isn't in the old SEO playbook. It's a whole new strategy, and it's called answer engine optimization. Answer engine optimization, or AEO for short, is really a fundamental shift in how you need to think. You're not optimizing for keywords anymore. You're optimizing for questions. It's a completely human-centered strategy. The whole point is to align everything you create with the real intent behind a person's query, whether they're typing it in a search bar or asking a chatbot. At its very core, AEO is all about becoming what marketing strategist Ross Simmons calls a person of value. See, for an AI to see you as a credible answer, your brand has to be a genuine source of value. These AI engines are literally designed to find the most helpful, the most authoritative, the most trusted info out there. Your job is to be that source. And how do you do that exactly? Well, you build what we call a digital ecosystem. It all starts with a solid foundation, a professional domain. From there, you build out your presence with consistent, clear branding across all your channels. But the real engine of this whole thing is value, consistently creating expert content. And then finally, you need the courage to just put it all out there, to share what you know with the world. All right, we've got the strategy down, so let's get tactical. This new frontier, it requires some new tools, and it definitely requires a new way of looking at the platforms that really matter now. Let's take product feeds, for instance. The old Google shopping feed was just data, specs, sizes, colors, But the new ChatGPT shopping feed, it's all about the story. You can actually explain who a product is for, why it wins against the competition, and even who it's not for. You're telling a narrative, not just listing data, and that gives the AI the rich context it needs to make much, much better recommendations. Now, here's another critical piece of the puzzle, measurement. Because right now, you're probably getting way more AI traffic than you realize. Here's how it happens. A user discovers your brand in a chatbot.
Then they pop over to Google and search for you directly. What does your analytics dashboard see? It sees that visit and gives 100% of the credit to Google, completely missing the fact that the whole journey started with AI. This means your AI presence is way more valuable than your data shows, and you need new prompt tracking tools to really see the full picture.
So look, the technology is shifting under our feet. The tools are all changing and the stakes are really high. I get it. It can feel a little overwhelming. But this is where that entrepreneurial mindset really kicks in. Because it's never about the cards you're dealt. It's always about how you play the hand.
And maybe you're thinking, what if I have a bad hand in this new game? Maybe you're a small business going up against giants. Maybe you feel like you're already behind the curve. It can feel like you've been dealt a hand you just can't win with. But really, you've got two choices. You can fold, or you can play that hand with so much strategy, so much guts, and so much confidence that people start to wonder if you're bluffing. You can completely change the game. This whole shift isn't a threat, it's an opportunity. It's a chance to outplay your competitors by being smarter, more human, and ultimately more valuable. The AI search revolution isn't coming. It's already here. The deck has been completely reshuffled, and every single business, big or small, has been dealt a brand new hand. So the only question that really matters now is this: what are you going to do with yours?